Last question is for Ms. Chen. Thank you. Do you see incentives for savings in the current tax code for businesses? And let me explain this here. We were an S corporation, and I'm a big saver. But every year the accountant would say you need to zero out your balance. And so we'd start the first of the year with nothing in the bank. And that was really difficult. And I just wondered if you've had that same experience, if you think we should put incentives for savings into the tax code.
Well, actually, Oregon is trying to do that right now at the state legislation to deduct, I think, $1 or $2 from the employees. Right now, it's focused on employees for paid family leave, because right now it's unpaid. I don't know if it's going to pass or not. There are numerous issues. Personally, I've had years where I've lost it because it was a decision between whether to lay off an employee or keep them. And that really is the decision whether you make a profit or not for me. With my responsibility, I decide to keep him and have a loss, so you carry the losses over. And the years that I do have a profit, I'm gladly paid, because there are many years that I don't pay the taxes because I carry over the losses. So as far as the savings, I don't really, it's just business fluctuates. I don't really remember coming across that. This year I will show a profit and I will pay taxes. But I do want to address very quickly the 401k. I instituted 401k in the first few years of my businesses, because I wanted to also put the maximum deductions. Rules have changed where officers can only put 2% more, and with the formula. I would like that to go back the way it was, because that really hindered my ability to actually put, what I can in retirement, because, as was mentioned before, small business owners, we invest back into the business. And that's what I have done. And so, comparable to actually some of my employees, I have less in my 401k. It also is a very enticing employment benefit, especially in my industry, which is high, salaries and very excellent benefits. That I do have a match, and most financial planners say number one for retirement is 401k with an employer matching. So I do offer all that. I do entice my employees. I do try and have an employee based type of company. So it's one thing, if you were to look at it, is to, if possible, take out the limitations for officers, because I would actually be pretty good off now for almost 20 years if I didn't have that limitation.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, may I have the prerogative just to go a little bit over my time?
You're already over your time.
I know. I just saw that.
A short statement might be acceptable.
Oh, I just saw the other members shaking their heads about the incentives for savings, and I don't know if Mr. Blackledge, you want to make a quick comment?
We're also an S corporation.
Very quick comment.
And we also zero out our AAA account every year. And I would agree that the nature of the IRS view of small businesses, particularly S corporations, is they should not be saving a lot. And I think some provisions in the code to allow small businesses to accumulate more capital so they didn't have to be constantly borrowing from banks would certainly be beneficial. But it's a complex issue.
Thank you, panel, and thank you, Chairman. Thank you very much.